Fellow Nigerians, are you aware that Nigeria sent thousands of Nigerians to the United States prior to 1979 to learn, yes, to understudy America on how to make democracy work? Thousands of Nigerians came here on Nigeria's taxpayers' money. They spent months understudying, yes, understudying the workings of the American presidential democracy. When they returned to Nigeria, what did they do? Now, looking at the state of Nigeria, yes, the sorry state of Nigeria, can you beat your hands on your chests to say yes, that the Nigerian democracy is actually working the way democracy works in the United States? I am proud and happy that I have lived here in the United States for 28 solid years, and I have seen democracy in action at all levels. And I am ashamed, very ashamed, to state that there is no democracy in Nigeria, but darkness driven by criminals, terrorists, bandits, exploiters, regional and religious bigots. Nigeria is in a total mess, and the malaise has gone generational. How can we save this beautiful country? Yes, this edifice of an African country that the whole black race on earth is supposed to be looking up to for direction. We have failed as a people, and we have failed as a nation. Something has to give, and that we don't have a lot of time. Whatever must happen to make Nigeria work must happen now. And if you ask me, I will tell you this, that Nigeria will not survive through this class of politicians. Yes, these brigands holding our country hostage will take Nigeria nowhere but to its final doom. Can we afford the looming catastrophe? Can this generation, can this generation stand and beat their hands on their chests that they have served their country? Yes, this is a question before all of us. Now is the moment to take action, and we must be intentional, and we must be decisive in taking this action. Politicians cannot solve the problems of Nigeria. It is going to take the ordinary citizens of Nigeria who want a true country that works for them to make it happen. And this is the reason why we call all Nigerians to line behind the open Nigeria consciousness. Open Nigeria is designed, it's a spiritual consciousness, more spiritual than political. It is designed to create free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunities to all Nigerians to grow and develop and progress and prosper for the good of themselves and the good of Nigeria from generation to generation. Think about it. Join us at Open Nigeria today. We believe that we can change Nigeria and break down the back of the corrupt and morally bankrupt Nigerian system driven by rogues. When Nigeria became independence in 1960, it was an independence for the whole of Nigeria. They did not give us a sectional independence. The independence was not premised on religion, and it was not premised on region. It was premised on the sovereignty and the territorial space called Nigeria. But sadly, from day one, Some people did not want Nigeria to be Nigeria. They created this regional nationalism. They talked about the South, which is actually fable, but they talk about the North, which was like held in a Jim Crow chain by those driven by religious bigotry, regional nationalism that benefits only only an infinitesimal percentage of the entire North. They are the sheikhs, the decision makers. They breathe heavily on the whole of the North. They come with Jim Crow hammers of repression and oppression whipped around an feudalistic oligarchy. Yes, that must be broken now if we truly want one Nigeria. They don't believe in the concept of one Nigeria. Their idea of one Nigeria means them in power at all times, even if even if they are ruining the country. 10 out of Nigeria's leaders at the national level, 10 out of Nigeria's heads of states and presidents, yes, came from one region in Nigeria. And all those who were drivers of this leadership, 10 of these heads of states, had one thing or the other to do with one little tiny, infinitesimal, but loud population of supposedly fellow Nigerians. Yes, driven by the hypocrisy of religion, regional nationalism, and an apartheid-like leadership, which they extended directly in the north and by extension, with which they retarded the progress and development of Nigeria. We can't continue to allow this to happen in the 21st century. They want to keep Nigeria divided by religion and region so they can continue to manipulate and control a section of it and by extension retard the whole of the country. Now, you are from those of you who are from the north of Nigeria. Tell me how you have felt since independence 64 years ago. The highest amount of poverty is in the north. The highest amount of illiteracy is in the north. The highest of number of out of school children, yes, between age 6 and 15 is highest in the north. It is estimated that over 30 million poor, defenseless, and innocent Nigerian children in the north are out of school and they are destitute, begging. Yes, they whip this whole ideology around religion. I don't believe that any religion represses its children. I don't believe that it is right for any religion to hold its children in chains of poverty and hell of underdevelopment and ignorance, the way our poor, young, innocent, and defenseless children in the north of Nigeria. I didn't say from the north, in the north of Nigeria. And this is the reason why we must dismantle this obnoxious north and south infrastructure because it has not done the country any good but keeping it divided for the benefit of a few sheiks who don't care about Nigeria, who don't care about the North. They rob Nigeria in the name of the North. Yes, but give absolutely nothing to the people of the North beyond poverty, ignorance, disease, and then weapons of violence when they want to blackmail Nigeria. You young people of the North, you youths in the North, you have seen the light. You cannot say that you don't know what is taking place. How long? How long will you be in chains? It's time for you to rebel and come into the mainstream. Join your peers from across Nigeria to take Nigeria back. So Nigeria will be home to all of us the way it's supposed to be. And that's telling example for the black race that it was positioned, even though by accident, to be. Come on, we can make this happen. The young people in the north of Nigeria, young Nigerians in the north of Nigeria, dismantle this north and south thing. It benefits only a few people. It is not for your own benefit. We are supposed to be one country and not a divided country. The country we know is Nigeria. There's nothing like northern Nigeria. There's nothing like southern Nigeria beyond its geographical meaning. But when they politicize it, they make you, yes, they make you an alien to Nigeria. They rob in your name. They don't give you anything. Come on, you look at how poor you are. Look at how inordinate they are. They collect budgets every month from the federation account. Ask them, what are they doing with it? They call themselves northern leaders. They call themselves northern traditional rulers. They call themselves northern scholars. They call themselves all kinds of northern things, but they don't believe in Nigeria. The only time they talk about believing in Nigeria is when they want to loot and steal from Nigeria. Check it out. All those who have stolen so much from Nigeria, majority of them are from the north of Nigeria. And they connive with a few second class politicians and the elites in Nigeria from other parts of Nigeria, including the southwest, some scavenger from Igbo land, and the rest of the country to keep our country dysfunctional. It is time to wrestle these people and make them history. It is time for a new generation to take over the leadership of Nigeria. They are angry. They can't handle it. That is why they are shooting up our country. You who has the gun right now in your hands, shooting up the country in the name of hypocrites, you better have to think. What are you doing? I know things are hard in Nigeria. People have to survive. They are responsible for the mass poverty in the north and by extension, the mass poverty in Nigeria because they are the ones who will steal everything whenever they are appointed to a position. They will steal and they will be given chieftaincy titles instead of being taken to prison. It's time, Nigeria. This whole thing is not about religion. Nigeria is not about religion. It is about the criminality of some people. The country is about us and not about them. They have their children in Saudi Arabia. They have some in Dubai. They have some in America, where I live. They have a lot of them in the UK. Where are you? You have no hope. You are hopeless. You are destitute. You know, everything is sad for you. We can build Nigeria that all of us will be proud of. A Nigeria that has everything for all of us. Think about this. Think about this. And join Open Nigeria. You in the north of Nigeria, I want to see all of you, as many as the young people in Nigeria, troop in to the O2 Open Nigeria and be set free. Set yourselves free and let us go. It is possible. We can make this happen. God bless you. Yes. Can you imagine this statement from a supposed Nigerian minister? A Nigerian minister went to Israel, went to the Arab League to make this disgusting statement. Yes, that unless there is peace in the Middle East, there's no way Nigeria will not also have issues. What business has Nigeria with what is happening in the Middle East? Are we Arabs? Yes, are we Arabs? So why should there be problem or issues in Nigeria? Because there are issues in the Middle East. These are the type of stupid leaders that we have. These are the ones holding the north of Nigeria hostage. Because this man should be deported, to be very candid. He is not a Nigerian. A true Nigerian will not make this type of statement. A true Nigerian will have no business with the Arab League. Why did they take us to the Arab League? Oh, so this is the meaning of their Muslim ticket. Yes. Is Nigeria a Muslim country? Is Nigeria a Muslim country? Yes. Has Nigeria ever gone to any other religious bloc to make stupid statements like this? And those people, yes, these crazy elements, yes, in the north of Nigeria, who do not see what is wrong with our economy, who do not see what is wrong with our healthcare delivery system, who do not see what is wrong with 30 million Nigerians, especially of the Hausa origin on the streets of Nigeria begging. We go to Saudi Arabia. They will go to the Arab League, whatever it is, to make stupid statements like this. Yes, when you see them, they prefer to be brothers to Arabs than being brothers to Nigerians who do not share their hypocritical religious ideology. This nonsense got to stop. And this is why Nigerians, including responsible Muslims, must rise up and tell these people, we have had enough of your bigotry and your hypocrisy. We got to put an end to this rubbish. Nigeria is Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be a secular state where religion will not matter, where tribes will not matter, where wherever you come from does not matter, where Nigerians will be defined by their citizenship of Nigeria and not by their religious citizenship. Religion does not grow any economy. Religion does not bring any peace, but hell. And this is what we have been experiencing in Nigeria. A time comes when a nation, yes, ask herself some questions. Nigerian citizens, we must ask ourselves questions. How long are we going to continue to live in this crazy, crazy type of Nigeria that does not benefit all Nigerians, but a few criminals? Nigeria is not an Arab country, and we will never be an Arab country. Nobody will force us and force an Arab ideology on us. Those who want to be Arabs are free to leave Nigeria and go to Saudi Arabia, go to Yemen, go to wherever there are Arab people live and be those Arabs. But I know that when Nigerians go to Saudi Arabia, for instance, they are not treated so well. I know I've seen um, images, video clips coming out of Nigeria from Saudi Arabia about Nigerians who went on Hajj and they were ridiculously discriminated against. Where they were serving food, I saw one, they were serving food. The woman decided that she was going to give food to her fellow Arabs. Nigerian women were there carrying their plates up and down. That's disgusting. And these idiots don't see it. We are not Arabs and we are not Europeans. We are Africans. And this is why we must retrace our steps. Our ancestors were abused. The Arabs took Africans into slavery for 700 years and castrated all male slaves. These people don't know history, or they just turn blind eyes to it. They want to be more Arabs than Africans. We are Africans. We are Nigerians. We are not Arabs. Those who want to be Arabs are free to be deported. Those who want to be Jews are free to leave Nigeria and be Jews. Those who want to be Europeans, we give you a leeway. Get the hell out of our country and leave us in peace. Those who want to be Africans and Nigerians, let's stay in there. And this is the reason why we must unite to give these bigots and hypocrites a hard push off of the cliff of Nigeria. Look at what they turned our country into. Everything about them is violence. Everything about them is to destroy. Everything about them is to exploit. Look at what they did to our country: death, violence, abuse of children. Yes, these are a people who are in a part of Nigeria where children are abused, where babies are married out and torn into pieces and come out broken, um, broken vaginas, broken, broken. Oh no, man! Oh no! Broken urinary bladders. These children are destroyed forever, and they don't see that as an emergency. They don't see that as a practice that must be stopped. No, these are Nigerians like us. We must unite and fight for them. They are in bondage. And sadly, many of them don't understand that they are in bondage. Some who understand have given up because they told them that Allah is responsible for everything that is happening to them. Can you imagine that? And things that they don't do to their children, they are doing it to the children of the poor Nigerians in the north of Nigeria. and it rubs off on all of us. If we have conscience as a people and a nation, we must rise up and fight for Nigeria, fiercely for Nigeria. Yes, these are the people who don't want Nigeria to be united because they understand that if the country unites, they will be out of business. Now they have no choice. We have to unite Nigeria. The Hausa people in Nigeria, I hope you are listening to my voice. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I'm a fighter for the whole of Nigeria. I have no tribe, yes, and I have no religion, but I love God. God walks with me. God speaks to me every minute, not the type of lying God. The God, Almighty living God, speaks with me, and He raised me to do what I am doing right now. The only thing I expect from all of you, I don't need your money. Come with your sacrifices. Come like Nigeria. Bring yourself together. Let us come together and end the joke our country has become. It's sad to see poor, innocent, and defenseless children being detained for 93 days without food by their supposed government. No government, no nation destroys its children. No nation puts its children through trial for treason, for asking for one thing, for food. They are hungry and they have a right to eat. The right to eating is a basic human right. That was all they asked. 30 million of them. Some people don't want them to be. Some people who have their children everywhere on earth living lavishly off of the resources of Nigeria. Nigerians, Nigerians, Nigerians in the north, Nigerians in the east, Nigerians in the west. You have people like this in your part of Nigeria. We must unite and end their atrocities against all of us. God is a universal God, and God has been so merciful. When He created man, He gave him a set of rights that we call basic human rights. And one of those rights is the right to life. The second one is the right to choice. The third one is the right to freedom of expression. The fourth one is the right to freedom of association. The fifth one is the right to worship. And the sixth one is the right to self-determination, which means every man has got the right to decide his own destiny. You see, every man, yes, those rights were given freely by the Almighty God, that you call whatever name in your tongues. But men came and seized all these rights from the people of Nigeria. I know my right very well. I am free. But my freedom does not make anything. Looking back to see that millions of Nigerians are not free. That is why I'm in the race to inspire Nigerians to set themselves free. Yes, Nigerians from east, west, north, and south to set themselves free from the criminals and rogues holding them in captivity. They call themselves leaders. Which leader does what Nigerian leaders are doing to their country? Now is the moment to stand and stand up for your right. You cannot say that you don't know anymore. You cannot say that you have never been told. I have told you now. Get up and stand up for your rights. The people of Nigeria. I'm talking about Almajiri, stand up for your rights. The man, the young boy, the poor boy in River State, yeah, those at the Bundu waterfront that Wike had in captivity. Stand up for your rights. Those in Delta, where I come from, you must stand up for your rights. Those in Igbo land, stand up for your rights. Those in Yoruba land, those in Beron, those in Akwa Ibom, stand up for your rights. It is your rights. God gave it to you. Your right to be anything that you want to be, and not what somebody wants you to be. And that is what we have been victims of. They come in the name of religion. They come in the name of different type of things to hold us captive. We must set ourselves free now. Nigerians, breathe the air of freedom. Stand up, unite, stand up, and unite. Take your country back. To join the Open Nigeria movement, follow us on Facebook at Open Nigeria 1. Yes, at Open Nigeria 1. That is at Open Nigeria ONE. Then subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Now on ONN, just as you see them, as we wrote it out here at Nigeria 1 on ONN. Share this message with your fellow Nigerians, your brothers and sisters, fellow family members, and Nigerians all over the world. Make them hear this word that enough is enough. We can set our country free and make it look even better than Dubai looks. Nigeria has everything it needs to be number one in the whole world. Nigeria has all that it is that it needs to be better than America, where I live. I'm telling you, Nigeria can be better than America. It takes one thing: patriotic leadership and conscious citizens. Yes, Nigerians, we have been so unpatriotic and we have been so complacent. We think the business of Nigeria is not our business. Even as Nigeria is being driven to death, we must resist now. We must unite now. Though tongues and tribes may differ, in brotherhood we must stand to set Nigeria free. You and I and all of us can do it. We have all it takes to make this thing happen. We should divorce ourselves from tribalism. We should divorce ourselves from regional nationalism. We should divorce ourselves from religious bigotry. Religion does not grow economy. If religion could grow economy with all that is happening in Nigeria, with so many churches in Nigeria praying and achieving nothing, with so many mosques in Nigeria praying and achieving nothing. Yes, it's time to tell you that we have been making God look like he's an idiot. After he gave us everything that we need to survive and succeed and build our country, we are expecting so much from him without doing our own part. It's time to end the foolishness and come together and build Nigeria. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. And you know what my name is? Smart Mado Ajaja. I am the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and also the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International. Join us every time we broadcast. Let us expand this message and make things happen. We can use this as a vehicle to drive our country out of darkness. It is possible, and we will make it happen with your support. There's nothing, no mountain that we cannot move.